What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Infinity Kingdom video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about your first march. You've just downloaded the game and you now need to decide on what immortals you're going to unlock, which ones you're going to level up, and how you're going to put the composition of your immortals together. There is definitely something I would recommend, and we're going to get into that today. So whether you are a free-to-play player or a medium spender, or even if you're a heavy spender, hopefully you'll find something in this video that's going to help you start your journey in Infinity Kingdom. Okay, so the first thing to note is unlocking immortals. You can do it in various different ways. One of the most common places to unlock immortals is the Hall of Immortals itself. You can come in here and you can use these things called Philosopher's Stones, which I'm doing right now, and you can go ahead and summon a hero. And you get these medals. You see these little puzzle pieces? You get those. And what you'll notice is if you come out of here and go down to the Immortals tab at the bottom, if we scroll down, when you first start, your Immortals are going to all look like this, like all grayed out because they're locked. And it's going to tell you how many of each puzzle piece you're going to need to get to go ahead and unlock it. So once you've got enough to unlock that immortal, you can open it up and start using it, leveling it up, putting gear on it, skills, leveling up the diamonds and everything else to make it strong. One of the big mistakes a lot of new players make is they try to unlock loads of immortals and try to level up everything at the same time. And that's definitely not the way you want to go about doing it. You want to specify and really hone in on one particular element and one set of certain immortals. And in this video, we're going to be talking about water, okay, because water is definitely where you want to be starting when you first build your first march, okay. As you can see, water beats fire and so on and so forth. All the different elements have different counters, but water is certainly the most easiest and most user-friendly to get you started with, definitely where most players will begin. And you can unlock the water immortals in various different ways. Again, you can do it through the Hall of Immortals, you can do it through various events, and of course there are some water immortals you can actually just purchase straight out of the shop. And what I'm going to do first of all is just go through and tell you what the best kind of free-to-play lineup would be. So you're not looking to spend any money, but you want to put some time in, you want to develop your heroes, you want to have a really good march. What would be the best kind of free-to-play selection to go for? Okay, so to show you this, I'm going to just pop into my troop screen and bring up my water march currently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the ones I'm currently using, and I'm going to show you these. Just talk a little bit about each immortal that I pick. Okay, I'm not going to go too advanced into all the different skills they have and how they work well together because I don't want to overload you guys on this first video. We can definitely talk more about the actual skills they have and how they work well together a little bit later down the line, but right now I just want to show you what the best ones are to unlock. So, okay, you're going into water. So the first one we're going to look at is Harold, okay? Harold, here he is floating around the screen. Harold is a really good one to go for. You can unlock him through the Hall of the Immortals. He also shows up in the arena as well to get free medals from him as well. Also shows up in login events. In fact, I think if I come out of here quickly and go to the current login event at the moment, calendar, where is it? There it is, daily sign-in. You can see actually Harold medals are what's up right now in my kingdom to get. So again, very easy to get these medals. You can get them in good supply, which is really good because you're going to need them to level him up, right? So Harold is the first one I would go for as a free-to-play. The second one, we'll talk about another frontliner. Let me just scroll down and we will find it right here. You know what? It's one of two. You could choose one of two, to be fair. You could either go for Brynhild. Brynhild is really, really good. She's a really good frontliner. I actually would probably say go for Brynhild because I prefer her over Lancelot, but I'll show you Lancelot as well. It's another option to choose, I guess. It's like the default hero you start with. There he is. Okay, so you can go for Lancelot. It is he does work. He's a pretty good hero, but personally, I'm gonna not put him into my free-to-play lineup. I'm going to say go for Brynhild. And again, she's available from the Hall of Immortals using your Philosopher's Stones, which you get daily for events and challenges and things like that. Alright, so Brynhild and Harold are going to be my two frontliners I'm going to tell you to go for. And then the two backliners, the first one you're going to need to go for is, let's go and find her, Helen of Troy. Now, when you start up your game for the first time, Helen of Troy is going to be in an event. And it is absolutely imperative that you do that event. Make sure you focus on that and get all the challenges done that it's asking you to do. They're really easy to do. Just have to put a little bit of time in, that's all. Set alarms for when your timers run out so you can get online and reset them. Meet all the challenges requirements. Not only will you unlock Helen of Troy, who is a fantastic water support immortal, you're going to actually get her leveled up to almost max diamonds as well. Like, you'll get like 5 or 6 diamonds just from doing the event. The rest of her medals you can pick up in the marketplace. So again, Helen of Troy, a fantastic choice to go at the back, and you'll unlock her pretty early on. Within the first couple of weeks, you will unlock Helen of Troy and have a really highly maxed out, which is pretty cool. And then the other one to go for as free to play is Tomo Gozen. She's an archer. Put her at the back. She's going to be your damage dealer at the back. Tomo Gozen, available in the Hall of Immortals. She comes out when you do your free spin daily. Like, you do 5 free spins a day in the Hall of Immortals, and you will get her medals just popping out daily. They're really easy to pick up. So yeah, Tomo Gozen, absolutely my number 1 choice for backliner in this water march. So there you go, guys. This is the water march you would go for initially as a free to play. So Harold III, Brynhild, Helen of Troy, and Tomo Gozen, and all these immortals do work really, really well together. So yeah, do this. Let me know down in the comments. Look, if you try this team out, let me know how you get on with it. Okay. Of course, let's not forget the dragon. You need to make sure you're working on your dragon at the same time, leveling him up as you go along, which of course you do via the dragon cave. And the good thing about having a team like this as your first march is it's all water. If you click on the top left hand corner here, you can see you're going to be getting extra bonuses for physical defense, magical defense, physical attack, immortal magic attack, and troop HP. So you're getting all the buffs, and you're going to do pretty well with a team like this. Alright. Okay, moving on to someone that wants to spend a little bit of money, but not too much. They're kind of medium spender. They'll drop a little bit of cash, but you know, not going to go too crazy. Let's take a look and see what we do here. So, if you are going to spend a little bit of money in the game, but nothing too heavy, one of the first things you should do, now just going to step out of here for a second, is if you go up to the store, okay, and go to daily deals, this is the first thing you should do if you're going to spend a little bit of money, is buy these free packs on the front here, okay, 99p, 199, 2.99. Very, very cheap packs, okay? What you're looking for are these mystery pearls. You're going to get 20 mystery pearls when you first do it. And when you go into redeem, on the left hand side, you can see this jolly looking fellow holding a coin, right? But when you first come in here with your 20 coins, he's not going to be there. There's going to be a one-time special deal available for you to buy a hero, an immortal, and get it completely unlocked. I think Alexander, it's these ones here. Alexander the Great, Attila the Hun, El Cid, Saladin, I believe. Those are the 4 that are available to purchase. Now, when I did this, I went ahead and bought Alexander the Great because I just like Alexander the Great. But I probably shouldn't have done it. What you need to do is you need to get Attila the Hun. This is the one you go for because he is a water immortal and he is a very, very good frontliner. Okay, you must get this guy unlocked. I don't have him unlocked because I just still don't have him. But yeah, Attila the Hun is definitely the one you're going to go for. Once you unlock him, his medals are available for you to get via the marketplace, which you can roll every day. You'll level him up pretty quickly over time. You don't necessarily need to come back in here to get the medals. I'll just double check that as well because I don't have him unlocked. So I'd like to double check. If we scroll down, you can see there he is, Attila the Hun. Alright, and I mean, you can go back into the Pearl Shop daily if you're going to buy those small packs daily and still get those medals, guaranteed medals every day. But like I said, you can also get in from the marketplace. So there you go. Attila the Hun is going to be your first front liner. Alright, now going back into the troops, again, just imagine Brynhild. In fact, we'll take Brynhild out. Imagine that empty space is where Attila the Hun is. And then above it, Harold III. Harold III is staying in. Yes, Harold III is a fantastic immortal. So Harold and Attila at the front is definitely the way to go. Alright. Now, backliners is where it gets a bit more interesting. Your backliners, now if you're spending a little bit of money in the VIP up here, in VIP I can't remember exactly what VIP it is. I think it's like really early on. It's like VIP 1 or 2 or something like this. Right down here at the beginning, okay, there's going to be a pack available for $5 or £5, €5. You pick it up and it's going to allow you to unlock what is undoubtedly one of the best water heroes in the game, okay, and that's going to be Merlin. Okay, we're going to have a look at this. Merlin is fantastic. We can take Toma Gozin out, and Merlin takes his spot next to Helen of Troy. These two at the back work very, very well because Helen of Troy will kind of give the enemies like a frost effect, and then Merlin comes in with his nuke and just explodes the enemies into pieces. Both Helen of Troy and Merlin at the back will definitely see you through. Very, 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 very good indeed. If you are spinning in the Hall of Immortals, okay, if you are using Philosopher's Stones, if you're buying Philosopher's Stone packs and you're really trying to get the Immortal fragments out, later down the line, kind of mid-game level, you could take Helen of Troy out, you can replace her, and you can come in with someone like that one there, Yoshi, one of my favorite Immortals in the game. Yoshi, fantastic damage dealer at the back. So that would be like the mid-spender level here. So you'd have Harold, you would have Attila the Hun, Yoshitsune, and Merlin. Okay, so there's your mid-level team. Alright, and then we get into the real pay-to-play team. So we're talking about spending quite a bit of money now, or a lot of gems in the game to kind of level them up. And the first one is Ramesses. Now, there is a very kind of split opinion on this guy. He recently just got buffed in the 1.5 update, which is fantastic, because I'm a big fan of Ramesses, but there is like a general opinion that some people don't really like him too much. A lot of players do generally at the moment stick with Attila the Hun and Harold at the front, and that's absolutely fine. You can do that. But me personally, I'm a big fan of Ramesses. I like what he brings to the team. He's a really good damage dealer. And once you start getting him leveled up and start putting skills on him, he becomes absolutely awesome. So for me, it's all about Ramesses. He does cost $100 or £100 to unlock. And then you can go ahead and start working his medals in the marketplace. But they will cost you gems. So bear in mind, he's a bit more of a pricey hero to upgrade. But I think the end game rewards for him are going to be definitely worth it, especially if the developer keeps buffing him. Keep buffing him. I'm really enjoying using him. He needs to be a little bit stronger, but no, he's really good. And then it comes into the Backliners, and this is where it gets interesting. Now, both of these two at the back, clearly you can see I'm still using them. They are both very, very good. However, I think that, what would be a really good change at the back for this water team? Let's have a look here. Where is it? I've got it unlocked. Is Dido. There she is, floating onto the screen. There she goes. Dido, putting Dido in for Yoshi. Now, Dido is really good. Like, she's got some really good skills. She's a fantastic healer, support for this team. You put her in, and it's going to definitely change the whole dynamic of your team. The way you unlock Dido is you have to do the King of the Hill event. And yeah, I've put Dido into the higher pay-to-play bracket because to get her unlocked, you do have to rank pretty high up in that event. It is quite a difficult event to rank up in because you're going up against all of the big spenders in the kingdom that have got unlimited resources and stuff to boost troops and everything. So you really have to kind of push yourself to get her unlocked. I managed to do it. I have got a video up on the channel, which is the King of the Hill video. You can go and check that out if you want to see my progression through and how I unlock Dido. I haven't actually started leveling her up yet because I would actually like to still keep Yoshi at max level, like keep leveling him up. And the reason being is I can switch between Dido and Yoshi depending on the scenario I'm in. Because Yoshi, believe me or not, will actually do more damage. Okay, Dido, like I said, is more of a support immortal. So if I come into a situation where I really want to cause some damage, then definitely I will be putting Yoshi in. But maybe I want to do a defense. Maybe I'm going to garrison myself, or I'm going to be holding onto a fort or a relic or something. Whether it's Illusion Battlefield or if it's fighting in the actual kingdom itself, I might want some better defense ability to hold. So Dido comes in that. That's where she gets strong, is when it comes to trying to hold things. So again, it's very situational, but again, if you're at that higher end bracket, you can afford to be situational and have extra things at your tools at your disposal. So again, Dido definitely one of my top choices to get. So not much really does change between the medium and the high spend, but I mean things like Ramesses, Dido, these are luxuries that you bring in, which, you know, medium spenders probably wouldn't want to do. But that basically there is like a rough guide on what your basic team would be, to your mid-level team and your advanced team, and also not just like for spending, but also possibly your journey through Infinity Kingdom, where you would start at and then gradually where you would like to progress to. Okay. Also remember, if you do have an Immortal that you are using that you then suddenly stop using, for example, if I decided to not use Helen of Troy anymore because I'm going to go purely with Yoshi going forward, then basically you can go into the alchemy lab. I've already done this, but you can go to Immortal Reborn and click on the Immortal and click Reborn. I'm not going to do this because I would cry, but basically you get back all your medals that you put into the Immortal, plus all of the items you use to level them up and everything, plus all the gold. And a lot of the experience. I don't think you get all the experience back, but you get a really big chunk of it, which is pretty good stuff. 5.7 million gold. Wow, quite a lot of gold went into Yoshi. So yeah, basically that's what you do once you've finished working on a hero. And then of course you can then like exchange the medals up, go into the marketplace and sweep for Immortals that you do want, that you are currently working on. Okay. But there you go, guys. That's my guide to water. I'm not going to go into the individual kind of like skills as to what you should put onto each one. Those teams I mentioned will work pretty well together. One thing I will add actually is if you're looking at skills and you're thinking about adding skills onto one of your Immortals, just remember that when you go into the Tower of Knowledge and you click on some of these skills, it's pretty cool that they do actually recommend what Immortals you should put them on, and they're pretty spot on. Like Meteor, for example, is a magic ability. It creates more magic attack, so you're going to want to put it onto someone that is a magic Immortal, and there you go. Merlin, Cleopatra, Himiko, all magic Immortals. And the same goes for things which are not magic. So something like this, which is normal attack damage, physical attack damage. You can see it showing Immortals down the bottom there that really kind of thrive off physical damage. So just keep an eye on what recommended Immortals it says down the bottom and try and follow that guide to the best of your ability. Alright? Anyway guys, that's going to be it from this video. Hopefully you found those teams interesting and maybe something you can try up. If you weren't doing it before, then definitely give it a go. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I'll be back at you soon with some more Infinity Kingdom content. But until then, stay safe everyone, and of course, peace out.